First of all, one game, 9 days. So when you're trying to keep things creative in practice, what are some of the things that you're running through with the options for the guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously with the result in the one game that we had in 9 days, it was a really good one for our guys. So it was a little bit easier to let them kind of listen to their bodies this week. We had our power skating coach in, our skills coach in. Guys just kind of touched on all areas of their game. You're lucky to have these kind of stretches, and you got to take advantage of them. Later in the season, you've seen the schedule. There's not much time for getting on the ice and working on your game, so it was a good week for that. The guys were able to get out, get their touches, feel good about themselves, and hopefully fresh leading into the weekend.
When we go back to the game against Providence, it was one of those games that seemed fairly even, and at times Belleville had a lot of control of the game. When it comes down to those shootouts, there's not a lot of control you can do, but is that one of the ways you try and keep it fun in practice is working on situations like extra time?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that obviously with the way that the early season's gone for us with shootouts, it's something that you'd be crazy not to work on. Sure. You're kind of beneficial there because it is something fun. The guys generally enjoy it. I don't know how much the goalies enjoy working on shootouts, but it's something that the guys have fun with, so it's an easy thing to say, hey, we're going to throw a shootout in at the end of practice. Make sure you guys are focused. This is for real. We're leaving points on the table by not scoring these. So, it's been something that's been touched on for sure and hopefully continues to get better. But It's kind of a weird thing. You can't really coach a guy how to score in a shootout. You just kind of got to have that feel and that kind of whatever you need, the luck, the momentum, whatever it is to just kind of get that puck past him. But again, we've touched on everything. We're continuing to work on it, so hopefully the guys feel a little better if we do get into that situation.
It's always interesting. I remember the Providence game, the 4-on-4s and the 4-on-3s and those unique situations that you don't get a lot, but come the end of the season, those unique situations can matter too.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. If you get a 4-on-3 in a game or a 5-on-3, you need to bury. You need to capitalize. Same thing on the other side. If they get the opportunity to go 5-on-3 or 4-on-3, you need to be able to kill it off. We touch a lot on the differential between games. If you can win the special teams battle, how important that is. So, for us, it's continuously finding ways to keep working on those situations. So we are fresh if they come and we know what to do. But, it's something that is a little bit of a rarity. So there is other areas, but making sure, like you said, that when they come later in the year, right now it might not seem like anything, but you get one in an elimination game in a playoff, you're able to make it count. That can be the difference, or vice versa, you don't, and that can be the difference in losing. So just continuing to stay fresh on all that stuff, and hopefully it's good when we need it.
Coach, when you look at the North Division 1 through 6, there's teams 4, 5, 6 have great records. Already it looks like this is going to be that division where every game is a 4-point game.
Yeah, and that's what you want. You play a lot of teams in this division over and over again, so to have that kind of standings added to it where points are on the table and there's ability to leapfrog with wins and losses, and it just kind of adds a little bit. It keeps the players dialed in. I think it's easy to say that you're chasing somebody, but when you're actually playing that team you're chasing or playing that team that's chasing you, it adds a little bit to it. There's kind of that instant gratification, whether you win and you move up or you lose and you go down, you can kind of feel it every game. So it definitely helps keep it intense with kind of repeated schedule playing the same teams, but it's great. It's good for the fans. It's good for our team to play serious games because when we get later in the season, every game matters. So to be playing them all year, it definitely sets you up to be successful.
You have back-to-backs here with the Laval Rocket. They have a number of guys with NHL experience. They've been off to a good start. Tell us about the breakdown and what you've seen in the video, Coach.
Yeah, they're a good team. They're offensively inclined. They're really able to score when they get chances. And for us, it's just about imposing our game. If we can get to our game early, kind of dictate the pace, put it in their zone, make them defend, same as any team. But I like our chances there if we're able to establish our game early. If we kind of let them get into it, let their skill guys settle in and get comfortable, it gives them that confidence to do what they do. So just, again, trying to impose our will early and keep that for 60 minutes.
And if you look at a lot of teams, if they're hesitant around their goaltending, guys may not be as willing to throw that transition puck up or make a bit of a run. But with the depth that you guys have between the nets, does that make life a lot easier and a lot calmer for guys trying to do their breakouts and trying to execute?
Yeah, to have the goaltending you do, it's, like you said, you hit it right on the head. If you're confident in your goaltender, you play a whole lot different. You're a little bit cleaner. Not that you're necessarily risking more things, but you just have that added level of comfort knowing that if something does go wrong, that somebody behind you's got you. And I think with Levy, with Sogi, with Subi coming in, I think that everybody's done a great job. The practices are intense from them. They battle, they make guys work to score. And they really, like Monday to Thursday this week, they just bred that confidence in the group. They work so hard. They do a great job preparing every day, and it helps us win. It helps us win in the games. It helps us win in the week when those are the guys that you're going against trying to score. So it's a great problem, not a problem. It's a great thing to have when you have 2 goalies, 3 goalies right now that can all be in the net.